front.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now Jameis on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Working out of the gun, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A second down throw for Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run it with Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They run again with Jackson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 56 yards. In the red zone this time. Jameis now on 1st down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They come out here in the eye. On the ground, this is Jackson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Paul Posluszny in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A very solid gain of 27. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Roethlisberger will throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain. On the counter, here's Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On second down, it's Bell. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This one taken just inside the 10. Able to slither by. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Second down, Winston. To connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On the run, this is Jackson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On play action, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught out left side by Robinson. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw is Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. To throw, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. To speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3rd and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
That was was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception, Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is all the way up past the 25. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. They're going to try and throw. And he's going to let it go deep. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Working out of the gun, Winston. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Howard. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try and run for it with Bell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they try the right side here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Jameis on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First down, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Tapper, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Play action now. Winston. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
The slot man in motion right. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. In motion, James, the tight end. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jameis now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long for Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and man.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Jameis to throw it, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They had no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Bell, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short. But blitz coming, and down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It goes as a pickup of 23. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it here. This is Antonio Andrews. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he locates Wheaton, complete. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll give the Steelers a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kendall Beckwith from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Gerald McCoy. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so now then, the field goal puts you back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if this is not an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, you still got the 2 timeouts, but I think you're right. I think you roll the dice right here.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jude I.J. Barima. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Winston steps away to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down and goal to go from the 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They're looking to throw this. Winston. That's complete right around the 8. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.